the question is, how can employers, actually a couple of questions. So
Yep.
I'll just throw it all out there and then you can dissect it in the order that you'd like. So
Okay.
my initial question is, how can employers improve assembly lines just in general for their workers? And then with that improvement, how can employers convey that it's not the old assembly line, like what you're saying, dirty, dark, and dangerous? And then I thought to myself just now, are assembly lines dirty, dark, and dangerous?
Great. All of those are great questions, right? And to put it all together, I think that assembly lines are maybe the first step where automation and robotics are integrated into our overall plants, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which will take away the idea and the concept of that dark, dirty, dangerous, number one. And number two, will help us recruit more people into the talent pipeline, right? So I think that number one, the best part about assembly lines is the repetitive work, right? These are processes that we can automate, and we can help people go from trading their body capital to using their mind, right? So this is
Mm-hmm.
an immediate place that we can upskill workers and have them go from, hey, I've got to bend and continue, doing this process or whatever it may be, to I have a laptop or I have a tablet, and
Mm-hmm.
my assembly job is actually monitoring these spanning arms or these, robotic arms to put these parts on, right? And
Right.
then and then that becomes, people are our best brand ambassadors,
Right.
right? So when they hear, oh no, that's something that's a process I don't want to do or whatever. Oh no, that's not how I do it. I
Mm-hmm.
actually monitor robots that do this, right? The workers are enabled through data, automation, and robotics to be a bigger part of the process, right? And I
Yes.
think that when we do that, especially on the assembly level, there's a bigger transparency that comes back to the top. And having that responsibility makes people want to stay, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not just the guy that puts
Yes.
the tires on the machine or on the vehicle. Robots do that. I'm the robot programmer in this assembly process. That's where we start to see retention, right?
Uh-huh.
That's where we start to see people that get a job and then stay on the job, and then also most likely skill up on the job and fill one of your higher level positions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then become a brand ambassador for you to fill the position that they moved up from, right?
Right.
And eventually that's what you want. That's exactly what you want. You want people to take ownership in a process and then take ownership in a company. There's a lot of studies that show that workers that refer to the company that they work for as theirs, that they stay longer and they're more productive in their jobs because they've connected on a higher level.
Right.
And that's exactly how I felt when I first got in, right? At first, I was just dropping off raw metal to these machines, right? But then I
Mm-hmm.
found out what we were actually making, and then I found out what they went into, and that immediately gave me a sense of being like patriotic sense,
Right.
yo, I matter in America, right? Because what I do is a small part, but a major part in the overall process of keeping us safe. And along that food chain, I'm a piece of it. And if I don't knock down this first domino and I don't do it well, then that last domino doesn't fall, right? So
Uh-huh.
once you understand the bigger picture, you can connect deeper to the work that you do.
Yeah.
And that's what a lot of people are looking for these days as well. Like, people want to do work that they care about and that they're passionate about.
Right.
And if they don't know, the bigger process or what we're doing, you
Right.
know, they can't do that, right? And
Yeah.
and that's another reason why we have to have more content out here.